Good morning, traders. Richard here doing a quick Ichimoku cloud and point and figure chart analysis of Tesla. Since Elon Musk has been selling shares, admitting that the stock's terribly overvalued, he's now taking some profit off the table at these elevated levels. How far can it go? So let's take a really big picture look on a monthly Ichimoku cloud. You can see Tesla's quite extended from the top end of the cloud here. We look at the price difference between where we are now and this front end cloud chart support level. So the first level to watch out for is this zone here at 895 is a major support zone on the monthly, and then the front end of the cloud here is at 773, as well as the standard line of the cloud here, which is at 652. Now these are monthly support levels on the monthly chart, so if there's a much larger stock market correction, these are the three downside risk levels to watch out for, as well as this line in the sand here at 450, 467, basically the bottom end of the cloud. That's a major support level, as well as this level here. So you can see that's the kind of the line in the sand, because if Tesla dips below this level, then the outlook changes from bullish to bearish from an Ichimoku cloud chart perspective. But this is just a really big picture view. Let's turn to the weekly chart. Gives a bit more useful information from an Ichimoku cloud chart perspective. We can see the stock became extended from the cloud. Then we get the pullback. Every time it gets extended from the cloud, there is a pullback. We can see these cycles. The pullback cloud chart cycle occurs quite frequently. Lovely trades here at this rebound from the top end of the cloud. It was also a cloud chart buy signal at that level. Now on the weekly, Tesla slide through the first level of support is the turning line of the cloud, is that little green line there, and the next level to test is the purple line here, which is the standard line of the cloud. So that's another key support level to watch out for. So let's pop a line in there. So roughly the front end of the cloud, a major support level is 891, is the front end of the cloud. Now if Tesla dips below this cloud chart level here, then the outlook turns from bullish to bearish. It's still bullish from a cloud chart perspective, because the price action occurs at the top end of the cloud, and it's bearish if price action is below the cloud. So this line here, this cloud chart bottom cloud span B, is the line in the sand. So if Tesla dips below that, then it's clear in bearish territory from a Ichimoku cloud chart perspective. Now, this front end cloud chart support level coincides very well with these old highs. So 891 is a significant downside risk target, as well as this turning line there. So there's another line there, 931. And then the next key level is the front end of the cloud here. So it's lost support at 980. Will be interesting to see if we're going to get a rebound from this zone between 980 and 891, 931. That's a trading range. Now Tesla's quite volatile, so you can look at these support levels as a key level to watch out for a potential rebound around about the 930 level or so. But keep an eye on that. Now the price action, do know that we are still extended from the cloud, and it's on its way to test support at the standard line of the cloud, as well as the front end cloud chart. So these are the downside risk targets if support doesn't come in at the current levels. Turning to the daily, if we look at the daily now, yeah, we had a very critical stage. The outlook's going to change from bullish to bearish if Tesla trades below this zone and closes and trades below this zone for the rest of the week. So that is critical. The outlook will change from bullish to bearish on a daily Ichimoku cloud if this support test fails at the bottom end of the front end of the cloud. So watch that level very closely. We can put another line in there. So it needs to really regain that 670 basically, of 969, 970 basically. So there's a cluster of support between 969 and 980. So that's a major support zone, as well as that level there. So there's a beautiful opportunity here for a cloud chart swing trade. If support comes in at this level and it manages to rebound from this level, then the upside resistance targets would then be the top end of the cloud. Yeah, we can see the front end of the cloud here, that level 1080, and then the other level is this level here. So that is the key upside resistance targets then if we get this cloud chart rebound. So there we're at a critical level. Today's price action will determine if the outlook's going to change from bullish to bearish if it starts to trade below this zone. It might close that gap there, so there could be downside risk to this level here, the high of 910. But watch out for this 931 levels, 969, 976. That is a cluster of support there at the front end of the cloud. So it's a make or break day for Tesla this week, basically, to rebound back above the bottom end of the cloud there. So be on the lookout for that. If the rebound happens, then the top end of the cloud, yeah, that would be the next key resistance levels to get past, and then the turning line, standard line there, that other level to get past as well at the top end of the cloud. So that is critical to look at. So these are the upside risk targets with the downside risk potential rebound zones. And if we dip below the bottom of the cloud here and start trading below there for a couple of days, then it means the outlook has changed from bullish to bearish from a Ichimoku cloud chart perspective. Now let's go and take a look at the 4-hour chart. We'll see what's the situation there. Now, yeah, we're already in bearish territory because the price action is below the cloud. We failed to find support there after the second test. It managed to rebound from these old levels here. Now it will be critical to see if it's going to close this gap on the 4-hour chart. So that's the downside risk ranges, is that level there, from that level there. And let's put the other line in. My apologies, I've got a slight cold. So these are the downside risk rebound zones between 944, 931, and 891. If we don't get a particular rebound from that bottom end cloud chart support level on the daily. So these are the levels to watch out for, but do remember we are buying counter trend on a 4-hour chart. And then the upside risk targets would be the bottom end of the cloud, this entire zone here, as well as the front end of the cloud of 1097. So that's another line in the sand. So we know what our support rebound zones are, and we now can see from the cloud what the upside resistance targets are for Tesla. But so far so good. Absolutely critical for it to rebound this week from this bottom in cloud charts support test zone. So next up we'll look at Tesla from a point and figure chart perspective. I've got the 10 by 3, which means it's a 10 box size and 3 box reversal. Every X here is basically $10, and a reversal here would be $30. So we can see we had a beautiful rebound from this point and figure chart support zone. It then rallied up. It took out 860, 880, 960, 1000, 1040, and 1140 upside point and figure chart targets. Then started to reverse lower. There was a point and figure chart sell signal up the top there, roughly at about 11,190, and then a little bit of whiplash, and then a further downside move. Now the current move is the downside risk is about down to 750, and that is critical zone. That's back to this point and figure trend line support zone. We can draw 45-degree lines on a point and figure chart, and that's the trend line basically. So we do need to see Tesla rebound or make a point and figure chart reversal to the upside to end this current trend. 940 is the shorter term target, so there's downside risk to 940, and then this massive correction down to 750, a 22% drop. This is an activated point and figure chart. If we get a reversal to the upside, a little X next to this line here, that would mean that the trend is reversing to the upside, and then the upside targets then would be this line here, 1160. So we had a critical juncture where Tesla's either going to continue its move down, meet the 940 downside point and figure target, and we have another one there, 970. So we're very close to two downside point and figure chart targets, 970, 940, and we can see possible rebound from these levels. And if we get an X to the upside, meaning a $30 reversal to the upside, then the current downtrend is over. So that's the catalyst to watch out for despite these downside targets. And as soon as we get to targets, we can expect some form of a shorter term reversal based on that, the point and figure chart analysis. But that's a very big negative downside target of 750, a 22% drop from these levels up here. So we're not far away from that level. So that's the downside risk in Tesla on a 10 by 3 point and figure chart basis. But Watch out how Tesla's going to react and respond when it gets to close to 970 or 940 targets. Are we going to get a little rebound like this? And then the upside target would be 1160, but this target will only be activated if we pass that 1070 zone. So we're not out the woods yet, even if we get that reversal. So that's the big picture on Tesla there on a point of 10 by 3 point and figure. Now let's take a look at Tesla on a 60-minute point and figure chart with a 5 by 3 5 box size, 3 box reversal. Gives you a little bit more of a intraday feeling to what's going on in the market. So we had a this massive rebound here from this cluster of support here at 649. Kept on going, took out the 720, 775, 840, 860, 905, 935, took out all those upside point and figure chart targets, then made a tremendous good rally. That target is 1655, but it needs to reverse its downtrend to get to that target, obviously. But it did take out some shorter term targets, 1140, 1160, all to the upside. Then reversed lower. There's a couple of sell signals up here from a point and figure chart perspective. Now it's back to a critical zone. You can see this point and figure chart trend line here, and there's two levels to watch out for. Is this 945? We're very close to that trend line support zone. In Tesla, 895 is the next downside risk zone from a point of figure chart perspective, but we are very close to a key support zone on the 60-minute and can potentially rebound from this zone, this cluster of support between 970 and the bottom of the Clyde of 920. So watch out. That is the point and figure chart rebound zone on the 60-minute 5 by 3 point and figure chart. Now, in this current correction, after the second, third of sell signal up here at 11,145, it did take out 1045, 1040, 1005, 980, 985. It took out all these downside point and figure chart targets. So we're now close to this rebound zone, and the upside target would be 1065 if we get a continued rebound from current levels. But so far so good, getting closer to a potential rebound zone. And if we refer back to the cloud chart, it's a make or break week for Tesla to see if it can continue a rebound from this front cloud chart support level, the range between 969, 976 and 980. So Tesla's absolutely at a critical zone this week. It's going to be make or break. It might change the outlook from bullish to bearish, but we're looking to see if it will rebound from this level and then continue its rebound back up to the bottom end of the front end of the cloud. So that's kind of the catalyst I'm looking for in Tesla for this week. Until next time, happy cloud chart and point and figure chart trading. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.